Peace and love. Peace and love, weirdo hoodoo nerds. Thank you for coming into the live stream. How are you doing today? Let a few more people get in here on the live stream. Today we're going to talk about the higher self, how to connect with the higher self. T. Hudson, stay on the angelic realm. Peace and love. Thank you for coming into the live stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're enjoying your day. Oh, you're at work, weirdo hoodoo? Yeah. Enjoy that time. Take that rest. I might start doing these live streams a little bit later. You know, maybe later in the evening. Well, it looks like there's not too many people on right now. Oh, well. Gotta make the donuts. Yeah, I hope you two are really enjoying this beautiful day. You know, as always, after you get off work, weirdo hoodoo. So, trying to save a few more people to get in here, guys. Please bear with me. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Like I said, today we're going to talk about the higher self, how to connect with the higher self. Okay. Because this is a lot of good information. And shapes. Give it another minute. Again, thank you guys for your patience. Give it another minute. Where are you guys from? Okay, did you have your tea? I chose the... Yes, I had my tea. I had my tea way earlier in the morning. It's I don't know where you guys are coming from. I don't know where you guys are located at, but I'm in Philadelphia, PA, so it's 4:30 p.m. I had my tea around 7 a.m. this morning. Okay. Oh, South Carolina in the building. Where's everybody from? Let me know. South Carolina's in the building. I actually have a lot of good friends in South Carolina. All right. I guess we can. Oh, okay. North Carolina. The Carolinas are in the building. um, yeah, so I'm just gonna start, again, um, what I want to start speaking on today, like I was saying before, is the higher self. Okay, how to connect with the higher self. Also, what is the higher self? So I want to start with that. What is the higher self? The higher self um is you're in uh LA, Germany. Okay, shout out to Germany. Thank you for coming into the live stream and taking your time out of your day. Okay, so basically the higher self is um well, just to go into a little bit more of an explanation. uh oh, you're Valerie. Okay. But yes, just to give a little background, okay, because we all know there's a universal consciousness, right? That we're all connected to. Okay, but see, we're all connected to a different portion of the universal consciousness. Like if you see, just as an analogy or just an example, just say the universal consciousness is like this big ball of this big earth, right? Then you have human beings, okay, not just human beings, but plants, animals, okay, where they're all connected to different portions of this universal consciousness, okay. um So, what does this mean? This means that there's a different characteristic of each portion of each consciousness. Okay, this is why we're all different, and this is why same thing with animals and plants and stuff. We all come off a little different. Okay, because we're accessing different portions of the consciousness. Okay, of course, when you on the universal consciousness, but of course, when you expand your consciousness, you develop, you gain access to more of the universal consciousness. Okay, I hope this is making sense. So, what does this mean? What does this have to do with the higher self? Because your higher self is that portion of the consciousness that you're connected to. Okay, has certain characteristics. Okay, so um, greetings, one love. Thank you for coming into the live stream, everybody. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking out your time. So, okay, because this is very important to know. All right, because see, let's take luck for example, or synchronicity. All right, synchronicity or luck. Like, what do they mean by luck and synchronicity? Because basically, all luck really is you aligning yourself with your higher self at that point in time. Okay, at that point in time, so it seems like luck is happening, things just happen to you, right? Or you might have just received a big promotion in your job for no reason, or you might have met your true love, or you might have just found $200 on the ground or something like that. Okay. It's because you're exactly aligning with your higher self at this point in time. All right. So the big question is, okay. And not only that, though, because not only the fact that you'll feel lucky, things will just happen to you in good sense. Okay. Because, every, um, every person has a certain path. We all know this, right? We all have a certain path. Okay, so this is why it seems like things are going right for you when you're connecting with your higher self. All right, there's many other benefits of connecting with your higher self. Of course, you gain the ultimate confidence. Okay, that's true. There's no luck nor bad luck, right? Yeah, not really. It's just if you're connecting with your higher self or not. The moment you start disconnecting, the farther you get away from this connection, that's when you start to feel like there's so-called bad luck. Things are falling out of place. Okay, because you're not in alignment. This is the true meaning of staying in your lane, staying in your path, instead of trying to hop in somebody else's path, because that's when bad luck starts to show its love, so-called bad luck. Okay. But remember, like I said, also you reach the ultimate confidence. You activate the true ego. Okay. Most of the spiritual people, they're always downplaying the regular ego, right? Like I always say, that frontal cortex, but there's an even bigger ego, which is a representation of the sun. All right. Because remember, in astrology, the sun represents the ego, many other things, but specifically, we're talking about the higher self. So the sun represents the ego. So you gain the ultimate confidence um, by aligning yourself with your higher self. All right. Now, there's one great technique, guys, a simple meditation that can help you out. Also, you can find out in astrology the characteristics of your higher self and sort of the path, the characteristics you might want to align yourself with. But I'm gonna get to this technique first. Very, very powerful technique for you guys. Okay. Um, so of course, you want to get in your meditative state. Like I always say, all right, for the people that are new to meditation, of course, it's all about relaxation. It's all about quieting the mind, quieting the body, relaxing the body. That's all really meditation is, because you want to relax the conscious mind, the thoughts. So sometimes you have to take a little bit of time, a little bit of practice for this. Okay, guys? So, meditative state, like you can do this in many different ways. You can have some nice slow music in the background, preferably music without words. Okay, high vibrational music like some flutes, some Native American flutes, some African drums, or some Tibetan singing bowls in the background. That's for beginners if you need that. Okay, silence is always best, guys. Okay, so you sit in your meditative state. Um, and you just want to be conscious of your whole body, be aware of your whole body. Picture your mind going through your legs, through your feet. Just be aware of your whole entire body. Relax the mind, because this is going to take your mind off of your thoughts. If you're paying attention to your fingers, like of course you're closing your eyes, right? You have your eyes closed, and you're taking your consciousness through your hands, through your back, through your head. It's going to take you off of thinking these thoughts. Okay. Also doing breathing techniques during this time. Following the breath. Again, using your consciousness to follow the breath. All right. Pretend that you're watching your breath go out, then come back in. Go out, come back in. It's going to take your mind. This is the whole reason why they do this. Happy Saturday to you. Happy Saturn Day, Dorian. All right. Also, you can pay attention to your belly when you're breathing out. You can say in your head, up when you're breathing out, when your belly's going up. And then when it's going down, when you breathe out, say down in your mind. Again, this is going to keep your mind off of your thoughts. So you can do these little techniques to relax your body, relax your mind. Okay. Uh, thank you, Valerie. Thank you. I'm glad I can help you. So, um, again, that's to achieve this meditative state. It's going to take, especially if you're a beginner, it's going to take you a while. You might need to practice every day for a couple of weeks before you really start being able to really meditate properly. Okay, now once you're in this meditative state, okay, the thing you want to do is you want to open your crown chakra even more. Remember, I told you guys the crown chakra is always open, just like the root chakra is always open and even in public. Okay, every other chakra needs to be closed to the size of a quarter when you're in public. When you're in meditation, you can open your chakras as wide as you want to. Okay, the reason why you don't want to have these chakra centers open is because you'll be losing energy. Energy is flowing out of you, and also you'll be accepting any kind of energy that's coming from other people. You'll be influenced. This is what's happening to a lot of intuitive people, a lot of spiritual sensitive people. They're just taking on everything from people. That's because they don't have their chakra centers control on in the root. All right. So, but you want to expand this energy more when you're in this meditative state, guys. All right. So I always use the analogy of a halo. Okay. Pretend you have a halo over that touching your head, and pretend the halo is expanding. You're going to start feeling it. Okay. You could do this again while you're in the meditative state. Pretend the halo is expanding. You can expand it as wide as you want to. Okay. I expanded, pretend you got to use your imagination. I expanded and just pretend I have my halo around the whole entire world, the whole entire earth. Sounds funny, but guess what? Imagination is powerful. What did Einstein say? Imagination is more important than knowledge. So many people are so adamant about getting knowledge when I'm telling you the secret is your imagination. Use it, practice it. So again, your halo going all the way out. All right. Once you feel like, this is expanding your crown chakra. Okay. Expanding your ability to connect to the higher realms. Okay. So at this point, once you achieve this state, okay, remember this might take a lot of practice, but you'll feel it. All right. Pay attention to the feelings, guys. Uh, you want to envision a white cord, like a white beam, slowly going out from the crown of your head. Okay, going up, push it all the way up to space. Okay, push it all the way up into space, into dark matter. Just try to push it in your imagination up as far as you can go. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to envision this white beam from your brain or from your head or from your crown chakra, whatever you want to say. You want to envision this beam going all the way up and then connecting to this like a black mass. Like just pretend it looks like a black earth and it's connecting to that. You want to connect right to that. Okay. In your imagination, remember, we're the Valerie. Thank you. Peace and love. Have a great day at work. Okay. So once you have connected to this black mass, this is black matter, this is the universal consciousness. Remember, your imagination is more important than knowledge. Okay, so it might seem like this is some stupid stuff to do, but there's a reason why children, have more light energy or just have more energy, just more energy, period, because their imaginations are really, really powerful. So now you got to reactivate yours, okay? Once you're connected to this black mass, okay, you want to pretend that there's energy that starts to come down through this beam. You want to bring it all the way down. You want to pretend this energy is coming into your mind. All right, pretend it. You can even you pick a color, pick purple or something. All right, pretend this purple energy is coming into your mind, slowly going all around. Again, this is all your imagination, slowly going all around your eyes, your skull, your head. Feel it going into your arms, feel it coming into your whole entire body. Okay. Pretend your whole entire body is engulfed in this energy. Do this slowly. Remember, this takes time. Do this slowly. You're bringing in this consciousness from the higher self, guys. That's what you're doing here. Again, remember, you want to keep repeating this. Because remember, I always say repetition is the key. Repetition is the key of how to do anything in this universe. You cannot just do something one time here. You can't just think of something one time. So when they tell you the law of attraction, think of what you want, most people just think about it for a couple days. You need to keep thinking about it. Become obsessed. Okay? So bring this consciousness. This, like I said, whatever color, choose purple. This purple energy is coming, is engulfing yourself and your whole entire body. Okay, you're gonna feel it. Of course, the more you practice, the more you'll feel it. Okay, so that's a great meditation technique to take in this consciousness of the higher self. All right. Now, again, I want to go more into depth about the higher self because I think there's needs to be a little bit more understanding. Because remember, there's certain characteristics of your higher self that you need to be aware of. And astrology can tell you this, guys. What planet I'm talking about is Jupiter. Okay. Jupiter represents the higher self, the higher mind. All right. There's a reason why Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Jupiter rules Pisces. So you got to find out the sign that rules that sign that's on your Jupiter. And also the house that Jupiter's in is going to tell you a lot that you need to know about the higher self. Okay, so while you're doing these meditation techniques every day or just as much as you can, okay, you're bringing in that consciousness down. You also want to research. So you're doing the masculine and the feminine. Remember I told you guys about balance, right? The masculine and the feminine. The feminine is using the imagination, bringing this down, bringing this consciousness into your body. Okay, bringing this consciousness into your body. All right, that's the feminine aspect. And also you're doing the research, you're developing the mind, you're understanding. This is what astrology was here for you to do. It was understanding itself. It was the map. Okay. So I do Mars meditation. I am very fearful. I fear sudden aggression, but it goes away after a few hours. I wish it would stay with me. Yes, Mars meditation is very powerful. Okay. That's going to increase, again, that's going to increase your action, you again, you don't want to cut aggression off, by the way. By the way, guys, you can ask me any questions in the chat, even if it's off topic. Okay, this is still a Q&A. I just usually have, try to have a common theme, so I'm not just sitting here, waiting for you guys to ask questions. So I'm still teaching a lesson, but again, the live streams are totally open for you guys. Any questions that you have spiritually about astrology, tarot, detox, parasites, parasitic activity, and all these things, okay? Feel free to ask me in the live stream, in the chat. I'm still paying attention. So, but yeah, Jupiter. You wanna research your Jupiter. All right. You got to find out the sign that's on Jupiter because this represents your higher self. I mean, Jupiter represents a lot of other things, but again, I'm specifically talking about the higher self here. Okay. Like I said, Jupiter rules Pisces and Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Why? Because Jupiter's expansive energy. Okay, this is why it's the higher self because it expands. It's all the way. It's expanding energy. So Sagittarius wants to expand in the world. It wants to travel. Sagittarius energy is getting out of the boxes, uh, learning about new religions, learning about new cultures, traveling the world. That's expansive energy. Pisces is expanding in consciousness, spirituality, spiritual topics, expanding the intuition, also touching the world as well, but in a different way. Okay. For those new in the chat room, I was explaining what the higher self is. I'll go over it one more time for those that are new in the chat room. Okay. The higher self, like I said, I'm gonna use the analogy of like just universal consciousness as a planet. Okay. Like it's a planet. There's a universal consciousness that we're all connected to. Okay. But we're all connected to different parts of this universal consciousness. And in those different parts has different characteristics. This is what makes us different. This is what makes everybody different because we're all connected to a different portion of the universal consciousness and it has different characteristics. That is your higher self, the point you're connected to in universal consciousness. That's higher self. That's the higher self. Okay, so they're all connected to one thing, but different parts of this one thing. And that's what makes you different. Okay, so your Jupiter shows you exactly what your higher self is, the characteristics, and also the kind of mission to play out. All right, you can look at your North and South node as well, the North node specifically, because the North node tells you the destiny, tells you the skill sets you need to master in this lifetime. Okay, tells you the direction you need to go in this lifetime, your destiny, which way you should walk. So combining the North Node knowledge with the Jupiter knowledge, you'll be able to connect with your higher self. Okay. I hear my higher self can heal my fears. A good meditation to connect to my higher self would be great. Yes, I just explained a meditation, how to connect to the higher self. Okay. I just explained that. So if you're new to the chat, let me know if you didn't hear that. If you just came into the chat, okay? Because I just went over the okay, how do you know though when you're connected? I explained that too, so you must be new in the chat because I said when you're connected to your higher self, when you started aligning yourself with the higher self, um, this is how you feel like you're lucky or things are going right or you experience a lot of synchronicity. Okay, because that's what happens when you're on your path, you're in your own lane, everything feels like it's going right. All right, so special things just happen to you out of nowhere when people say, oh, I just had a really lucky day or I had a lucky year last year. They don't realize they were in alignment with their original contract. Remember, when you come to this physical plane, you sign a contract with Saturn. Okay, in that contract you said you was going to do something, that you was going to act a certain way, you was going to achieve a certain amount of goals. Okay, so when you deviate from that mission, this is when so-called bad luck happens. Saturn's bringing you back bad karma. Remember, Saturn rules karma. Okay, Saturn rules karma, so you'll feel lucky. So the question, you're to answer your question, 12 petal lotus, um you'll start feeling lucky, like random things. Like I said, you'll just meet the right people out of nowhere, you'll get a promotion at your job, you'll find $200 sitting on the ground, whatever it is, but you'll start feeling like, well, you'll be like, wow, things just, it might even scare you. You'll be like, things are just going a little bit too good. Sometimes that happens. Things just go, all right, man, the day is just going a little bit too good. Everybody's happy, things are going well. This is what it feels like. Also, when you attach yourself to the higher self, you experience the ultimate confidence. Okay? You tap into the higher portion of the ego, the sun. Remember, the sun represents the ego. So you in return start feeling more powerful, more confident. You'll feel like more energetic. You'll feel like you know what you're doing because that's what makes you confident. You just know you have the plan. The plan is in front of you. Most people are not confident because they don't know what they're doing. They just wake up, they have no idea what they want to do in life. They just wake up, go to work. That's what the fear comes from. The fear comes from I don't know. That phrase, I don't know. That's where fear comes from. Then your imagination starts going wild, right? And you picture all these things that can happen. You're just in your mind, working in your mind, thinking of all the things that can happen. Okay. So 12 petal lotus, you're saying, so if we are connected, why is it not constant? Because I just said, because you deviate from your original contract. Okay. It's not constant because of the individual. Are you're deviating from your individual contract. I'll say it again. When you first came to this existence, right, you signed a contract with Saturn. Okay. You signed a contract with Saturn, so-called sold your soul away. There's a reason why they say these certain things. There's a reason why they say the world is in the hands. Well, in the scriptures, they tell you the world is in the hands of Satan. But what they really mean is the world is in the hands of Saturn. Saturn rules this existence. Okay. You sold yourself, signed the contract, came to this physical plane. Regardless of how it happened, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I'm not, my knowledge is not that far. Okay. But this is what they say in the occult circles, the secret societies, masonry, and all these other secret societies. That's where I learn my stuff. Okay. So I'm telling you guys what they're talking about. All right. So you signed the contract, you sold yourself, you sold your soul, you came to this physical plane. Okay, you came to this physical plane, you signed the contract with Saturn. So when you deviate, when you breach the contract, Saturn comes back with your karma. And you can find out what kind of karma you'll get back by looking at the sign that rules your Saturn. Okay? It'll show you the bad aspects of that sign. So let's just say Saturn's in Libra. Okay? Let's just say Saturn's in Libra in your chart, in your personal chart. That means if you breach your contract, what is Libra? Balance. When you breach your contract, anybody who has Saturn and Libra, your life will start to fall apart. Your life will start to come out of balance. Your relationships will start to crumble. Because remember, Libra, connections, being fair, contracts, relationships, partnerships will start to crumble. People will start to stab you in your back. People will start talking about you behind your back. Okay, like I said, your life fall out of balance. Something might happen to your finances, or something might happen to your living situation. Okay. Kai, you're asking how can we get notice of when you go live, sir? Well, for those that are when you're subscribed, right? I know YouTube switched up a lot of different things. Their stuff is always changing, but go to, you have to go to the channel, right? And right where the subscribe button is, there's going to be a bell sitting next to the subscribe button. Click that bell. Okay, click that bell next to the subscribe button. All right, and you'll be able to get notifications. You'll be able to get notifications when I do a video and when I go live. All right, so Kai, I hope that helps everybody in the live stream right now, and everybody that's going to watch the replay. Next to the subscribe button, click that little bell. All right, and you'll be able to get notifications. 12 petal lotus. Yes, this is very deep stuff. This is why it's hidden. They don't want you to know about it. Okay, they don't want you to know about it. I told you. It's kind of scary. Like I said, you sold your soul away to Saturn to come to this physical plane. We all did. All right, we all did. This is why we're all the Illuminati. All right, that's a whole nother deep aspect, but I want to go back to this higher self again. I want to go back to this higher self again because this is very important. Because, like I said, Jupiter shows you how you can get your luck. Okay, so we're saying I have a big karma in life, lessons to learn. I'm absolutely against it. I think my ancestors are involved in my destiny. Your ancestors are always involved. Like I was saying in the live stream yesterday, your ancestors are within inside of you in your DNA. So this is what it means to activate your DNA, guys. You activate your DNA, you're activating that ancestor because you're gaining all the knowledge, all the skill sets, all the memories from that ancestor. So in return, you just gain more power. Okay. You activated their confidence, their willpower within inside of you. So what happens if you start activating all your ancestors within inside of you? Okay. So again, that meditation technique for the guys that are new in the live stream, if you want me to go over that meditation technique again, how to connect to your higher self, I'll go over it one more time. All right, because that's the feminine aspect. And I said the masculine aspect is researching the North Node in your chart and Jupiter. All right, because the reason why Jupiter is known as the planet of luck is because, like I said, once you connect with your higher self, you're going to start feeling like you're lucky. Things are just going to start happening. That's why I said it's very important to know the sign that's on your Jupiter, guys. It's very important. Okay. It's very important to know the sign on your Jupiter and also the house your Jupiter is in and the sign that rules that house. 12 petal lotus. Thank you for coming into the live stream, man. Yeah, check out the rest later, guys. It's going to be a replay. So, okay, so Marvin the Magi, you're asking me, I guess you're asking me to go over the meditation again, right? Okay, so I'll go over it real quick. And for those, again, you can always watch the replay, but I'm going to just run over it real quick just for you guys. So like I said, again, just watch the replay. I kind of go into really how to get into a meditative state. You want to get into a meditative state, right? Then you want to, I always use the analogy of a halo. Pretend there's a halo right above your head. Okay, this is your crown chakra. So now expand the halo. Okay, in your imagination, you got your mind, you got your eyes closed, you're in your meditative state. You know, you want to expand the halo as far as you can go. Pretend you're going to start actually feeling it. What I do is I expand the halo, and in my mind, I picture the halo covering the whole entire earth. Okay, expanding my consciousness, my crown chakra around the whole entire earth. You have the power to do that because you have the imagination. Whatever you can imagine, whatever your imagination is real, guys. Okay, so like I said, I envision my halo going all around the whole entire earth. After that, once you reach that state, you want to pretend there's a white beam coming out of your crown chakra, coming out of your head. Push it in your imagination, push it all the way up. Go pretend it's going way up in space. Pretend it's going way past. Push it as far as you can go. Use your willpower to push this energy up. Okay? Use this willpower to push this energy up. Then pretend it's connecting to a black mass. Pretend you can look like a black earth. This is consciousness. This is universal consciousness. It's black. That's why space is black, feminine, aka feminine energy. Okay? Pretend it's connecting right to it. All right. Then you want to use your imagination to bring energy down from this black mass into your brain. Pretend that it's purple energy coming from that black mass. Okay. And pretend it's going throughout your whole entire body. Your whole entire body needs to be engulfed in this energy. You're going to start to feel this the more you do it. Okay, guys. That's how you connect with your higher self, that meditation technique. And like I said, you don't want to just do that because that's just the feminine part. You got to do the masculine part as well. You have to research your Jupiter. You have to research the house your Jupiter is in. Also, you have to look at your North Node. Okay, you have to look at your North Node. What sign is your North Node in? What house is your North Node in? What sign is your Jupiter in? What house is your Jupiter in? Okay, and I was explaining that you're gonna notice when you start connecting with this energy because you're gonna feel like you're lucky. Because that's why Jupiter's the planet of luck, because all it means is that when you align yourself with your lane, your higher self, your contract that you signed when you came to this planet, things are going to start going well. You're going to know what you're doing. Like I said, fear comes from not knowing what you're doing. Okay? Like I said, most people just wake up, they go to work, they have no idea what they want to do in life. You're just floating or by. Okay, but when you're connected to your higher self, you know exactly what you're doing. You get up with purpose. What happens when you know your purpose? You become powerful and confident. This is what I'm trying to teach you guys, to become powerful and confident, not weak and fearful, like a lot of these other spiritual teachers are trying to get you to do. This is why anxiety is so big in the spiritual community, because you're becoming weak and fearful. That's root chakra based. All right. The spiritual community is filled with people who have anxiety problems and depression. Why? When we're learning all these techniques, okay, because you're not aligning with your higher self. You're not powerful anymore. Okay, you become weak. So now we gotta take charge again, guys. It's our time to take charge again. Align yourself with your higher self. Study the Jupiter. What is your Jupiter saying? If your Jupiter's in, let's say your Jupiter's in Aquarius. Let's say your Jupiter's in Aquarius. Okay. What does that mean? That means your higher self is more of the genius, because Aquarius is the genius. You need to be innovating. You don't need to definitely not follow what the masses are doing. You're here to take reality to another direction. Okay? To another direction. You got to lead in another direction. You can't go what the masses are doing. You're here to bring new ideas. So if you have Jupiter in Aquarius, you need to be writing down your ideas because your consciousness is being pumped with it. These ideas come to you because you're meant to bring them out into the world and change the direction of the masses. You see what I'm saying here? And then also the houses, what house your Jupiter's in, guys. Study your chart. Or like I said, you can get a reading with me and I can break it all down for you. Okay, so remember, you can also get an astrology reading with me, but if you don't want to go that route, then you got to study yourself. I've been studying astrology for over 10 years, well over 10 years, still learning about my chart. Okay, but that's why people get readings because people need guidance. Even I used to get readings before when I started out on this stuff. All right, so again, what house is Jupiter in? So let's just say again, let's go back to that. Uh, um, okay, T. Hudson, you're asking where is my Jupiter? I would have to I would have to know your chart, my brother. I can't tell you. You can get a reading with me though, and I'll be able to tell you. Okay. So again, if you want a reading, an astrology reading, my email is in the description of this video. It's occulthealing22@gmail.com. But I can't tell you. I don't know where your Jupiter's at. Okay. Um, but like I said, you got to know the sign your Jupiter's in too. So let's just say Jupiter, okay. Let's just say Jupiter's in the first house. Okay, what is the first house? The first house is the house of self. Okay. So that means all your consciousness is built on you developing yourself. Okay. Developing your body. All right. Gotta be athletic. Gotta, you know, uh not only that, but it also, when you have Jupiter in the first house, you become the teacher. You become the guru for other people. Okay, that's why you have to develop yourself. You have to develop your own mind. You're here to develop your own mind, your own consciousness. A lot of Jupiter in the first house, they got to spend a lot of time with themselves. They got to be alone by themselves. Okay, it's to understand themselves. So in return, you can understand others because when you understand yourself, remember, human beings are all essentially the same. Down at the bottom, they're all essentially the same. Okay. So when you know yourself, you'll know others, and that's why you become the guru. Guess where my Jupiter's at in my astrology chart? My Jupiter's in the first house. Okay. So I had to develop myself for a long period of time so I can come and give this information to you guys. All right. My Jupiter's in the first house. Okay. So again, you got to find this stuff out. So again, if you can do it on your own, but like I said, study astrology on your own, or you can get a reading from me and I can break it down to you in 2 to 3 hours. All right, that's how long the sessions usually last, 2 to 3 hours. I'll break it all down for you. Again, my email is in the description of this video. All right. Is there any questions? Okay. Is there any questions? Let's see. Mine is in Taurus, 6th house. Ha, acid face melt. Um, okay, mine is in Taurus. Okay, you're saying mine is in Taurus, 6th house, square, moon, opposition, ascendant. So your Jupiter's in your 6th house? Well, if your Jupiter's in your 6th house, okay, that means your higher self is dedicated to servicing people. Okay, remember, 6th house is the original house of Virgo. I know they say it's the house of work, the house of health and healing. Okay, so your Jupiter, your higher self is here to heal others, to bring service to others. Okay, to bring service to others, guys. For let me see who's that again. Wakel. I hope I'm saying your name right. Wakel. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. You're saying, yeah, you're saying your Jupiter's in the sixth house and in Taurus. Okay. Also, when Jupiter's in Taurus, again, what does Taurus represent? Taurus represents the materialistic realm. Taurus represents stability, being stable. This is why it's the materialistic realm. This is why it's about having all your stuff together, your money, your house. You know, you got to be self-sufficient. Remember, Taurus originally rules the second house. That's your money, finances, things that you own. Okay. Wakel, there's nobody here supposed to do it without the ego. Okay. That is false. If you don't have the ego, you won't even be survived. You won't even exist on this planet. The ego is the sun. What happens when you take the sun away? Everything dies, right? All right. So if you know astrology, you said you do, then you would know this. The sun is the ego. The sun represents the ego, right? What happens when you destroy the sun? Let's just say we just take the sun away. What happens? Okay. Everything dies, right? So the ego, that means in return that you need the ego to survive. Remember, ego is self-preservation. That's how you survive. Okay. So the ego stops you from walking off of a bridge because it's saying, no, I need to protect myself. Okay. Um, you can answer any questions. Pokemon for life. Uh, do you know what Pokemon is? I guess you're trolling. Of course I know what Pokemon is. Okay, but I guess you're trolling. Um, Kai, ask me any question, please. I'm here to ask all your questions. Remember, guys, this is Q&A. Even if it's off topic, okay? I'm here to help you guys in the live stream. I want to connect with you guys, okay? So you can ask me any question you desire. If something pops up, like I said, and it's off topic or whatever, doesn't matter. The live streams is for you guys. I'm just trying to, you know, like I said, in the live stream, I just want to present something of value to you guys. That's all. That's why I have a certain topic or a certain theme. We can always go off of that. All right. So so it's called a natal chart. T Hudson, yes, it's called a natal chart. Or, you know, astrology chart reading. But again, um Kai, you're saying, yeah, I asked earlier. Okay, Wakel. I have Mars and Aries. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, ask me any questions, guys. Wakel, how is your son afflicted? Okay. Let me know, how is your son afflicted and which way? Is your son in Libra? Is your son in Capricorn? What house is your son in? Why is it afflicted? Is it staring at Saturn? Is it opposing Saturn? Okay. So for this full moon with Jupiter and Saturn, and I think Venus all in retrograde, do you recommend a full moon candle ray, or should I include all three planets in some way? Well, um, are you saying yeah, always you can include any planets that you desire to, okay? You can include anything in your, remember, uh just because like something's happening in the universe, like something's going retrograde or the moon's not full, remember your consciousness is connected to all this at one time. You could do whatever kind of ritual you desire to do. So Kai, yeah, by all means, you could just do the full moon candle, right? Or you could do all three. It's really up to you. I always say get more. So to me, I would tell you to do more planets, because think about it again, wherever your attention goes, energy flows. So bring your attention to as many planets as you desire. All right. Good question, by the way. Great question. Acid face melt. Jupiter conjuncting Pluto. I'm confused on that one. Yeah, that is tricky, but you know, it's something because what does that mean? Okay, Jupiter conjuncting Pluto. That means remember Jupiter expands the energy. Okay, it spans the energy. Wherever Jupiter's sitting next to it, it's expanding. So if you have Jupiter sitting next to Pluto, then that means it's expanding Pluto's energy. Pluto's energy. What is Pluto? Pluto is destroy and rebuild. Pluto is power. All right. So your higher consciousness is connected to power, to gaining power in some way. Okay. Remember, with great power comes with great responsibility. And this is why Pluto is known as the planet of destruction, destroy and rebuild, because you can destroy yourself with power, with too much power, becoming drunk off power. All right. So again, what sign is your Jupiter? Which sign is your Jupiter in, and what house are they conjuncting in? Acid face melt. I will have to know that because if I don't know what your Jupiter is saying, I don't even know what your Pluto is saying. What house is it in? All right. Let me know the sign of your Jupiter and the house that your Jupiter is conjuncting Pluto in, and also the sign that's ruling that house. This is why I say it's best to get a reading. Okay, my sun conjunct Saturn and Neptune in the first or second house. And my sun is conjunct. Wakel, what do you mean by it's conjuncting in the first or the second house? Because it can only be conjuncting in one house. So I'm not sure what you mean by it's either conjuncting in the first or the second. All right, you have to know, all right, which one? Is it the first or the second? Because those two houses are very, very different. It's a whole different message. All right, so I will have to know exactly what that is. What do you advise at first stepping into astrology? No experience at all. Um, what I did, I mean, of course, I was researching the subject. I did a lot of reading, but what I did was I got readings from people. When I first started out in astrology, um, I was getting readings from astrologers to understand it more. Okay. Because remember, see, it's one thing to study astrology, right? Because what's going to happen is you're going to learn things in individual parts. So the astrologer uses the intuition to put all these parts into one thing. So the reason why I learned from astrologers in the beginning is because I was developing the holistic view of astrology, not just learning just about what Libra and Mars is or what Capricorn and Venus is. And then I go to the next thing because that's individual parts. That's still a part of the journey. So you still got to learn that way. But it's very good to get an astrology reading because you get taught how to put it in a holistic way. Okay, that's how I started out. I spent a lot of money on getting readings, guys. But then again, what happened? I became an astrologer myself and started in return generating money from astrology readings. So remember, you always get what you give out. All right, remember it's the law of equal exchange. So you always give it. But you can also email me. I always give a book. Let me see if I can find the book online for you guys real quick. Hold on one second, everybody. I want to see if I can find this book. Um, let's see. Let's see. Find it real fast. Okay. So let's see. Guys, let's see if I'm gonna try to put this in the chat for you guys. Okay. I'll try to put this link. It's a link to Amazon. I always recommend for people that just want to start out. This is for basic astrology. Okay. This is basic. Or don't try to start doing readings after just reading this. But it's kind of like the groundwork. It's kind of trying to help you out. Wakel, no, don't use Google to learn astrology. That's where people mess up. Okay. Google is not a good place. Anybody would tell you with any kind of research, unless you're getting proper sources, just Googling stuff is not a good source of information. This is where you get, a lot of bad information. Okay. You want to use proper sources, guys. I might do a video on how to properly research because a lot of people do that. They just go on Google and they read. You guys are reading a lot of blogs and stuff like that. That's where you get bad information, to be honest. That's why there's so many astrologers out here that give really, really horrible readings. And then they do an astrology reading with me, and then they're blown away. They're like, wow, I got 5 other astrology readings before, and it was nothing compared to this. It's because people learn on Google. All right. So I'm sorry, I got distracted. I'm gonna put this in the chat, you guys. This is a link to a very, very good book. Very, very powerful book for beginners, though. For beginners. All right, you guys buy that book, study that book. And also, like I said, get an astrology reading with me or another astrologer that's powerful. Okay. Because again, that's going to help you develop that holistic mind. So let me get to some of these questions, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Jupiter, Leo, good question. Okay. Wakel, I was born in the year of the snake. You guys can probably guess, right? I was born in the year of the snake. Okay. But yeah, study that book, you guys. I always recommend that book to people that are just learning. It's really, really powerful. Okay. And like I said, at the same time when you're doing your own research, not Google, get primary sources of information. Okay. Unless the source is valid, you got to check the source. This is for anything. But let's just stop here because this can save you a whole lot of time. This can save you a whole lot of stuff. You know, um, it's when you're researching, okay, you got to look at the source. Is this a blog site? Most 99 times out of 10, it is. Okay. All right. Are they citing their sources or whatever? What is the, you got to look at an adequate source. All right. Because after that book, because that's a real good source, after that book, another source is learning from Santos Bonacci. All right. He's a power, and he always cites his sources. All right, he always cites his sources. Santos Bonacci. Let me see exactly how to spell his name, guys. You can look him up on YouTube. On YouTube, he references. Okay, learning from him. Learning from Santos. I'm gonna put his name in the chat so you guys can research him. He's gonna cite his sources. You want to read those books that he's referencing. You want to read those books. Okay. Also listen to his lectures. Okay. He's a good source of information, basically. All right. I'm trying to help you guys learn how to research because a lot of people's really, really messing up with the research thing. So, like I said, I'm gonna save you a whole bunch of time. All right. And then, like I said, get astrology readings. All right. Because it's just like learning how to play basketball, right? The best way to learn how to play basketball is what? Play the game. So the best way to learn about astrology is actually get an astrology reading. All right. Remember, my email is in the description, occulthealing22@gmail.com. You can get a reading from me, 2 to 3 hours. And also you gain my number for life. So you stay in contact with me and I can give you updates and further advice, future advice. And I can help you out on your journey. All right. So you get the reading, you get access to my to a number where you can contact me at any time. All right. And the session is from 2 to 3 hours. I break everything down for you. Okay. So, Mark, You're asking, is it really important to conserve your seed, or is that false info? Yes, in a sense, yes, it is. Because what is the seed? That's a very, very great question, Mark. I'm glad you brought that up. Because you got to remember, it takes life to give life. Okay? It takes life to give life. Remember this, guys. So, what is the seed? It's the life form. The sperm cells, they're alive. And you plant the seed in the woman's egg. Okay? So you have to kill yourself a little bit. Every time you ejaculate, you essentially kill yourself. Okay? You kill a piece of yourself. A little piece of your soul is jotted out. Because that's what's needed. That's remember, that's a law of the universe. Okay, takes you got to give some kind of life to you in order to give life you got to take life. Okay, so you're taking life from yourself as a male. So is I gave out the ejaculation technique. Go to one of my, it's an older video, go back to my old videos. I have a whole video on the ejaculation technique where you can have an orgasm as a man and not release the seed. Okay. Now, this you can release the seed. Not saying that you never should release the seed. Okay. It's just guys are releasing it way, way too much. Okay. We're releasing it all the time. Some dudes are ejaculating three times a day, wondering why they can't be successful. There's a saying that men don't start becoming as successful till they're in their 40s because that's because their sex drive is coming down. Mind you, your sex drive is never supposed to come down. It's only because we're unhealthy. We eat unhealthy. We're not detoxing our bodies. We're not active. We're not getting the adequate blood flow. Your sex drive is never supposed to go down. You could be 95 years old still going. Women too, not just men. Your sex drive is never supposed to go down. Okay. Um. Oh, okay. So yes, it is important. And when you release your seed, okay, when you do release your seed, I know it's going to be hard. Focus on a goal because you're giving life to something. So if you know that you have a goal that I don't know, let's say that you I don't know, something simple. You want a new house. When you ejaculate, have that picture of the new house in your mind. Hey, it's funny, but this is what it is. But you don't want to release your seed all the time. So use that ejaculation technique, guys. And plus, like I did go into another live stream when I was telling you guys about um sexual transmutation. When you're in the sexual action with the woman, how to reach over those chakras because you guys are supposed to have orgasms at the same time. Okay, so when a woman's about to have that first orgasm, you need to keep going after that. You need to have your orgasm at the same time. So you got to use that ejaculation technique. And don't spill the seed because now you can keep going. This is how you can have multiple orgasms as a male. You keep going. She doesn't have to do it because she automatically can have multiple orgasms. And once that orgasm is done, she can keep going. It's you as the man. You got to use that technique. So you get to that root chakra. You guys have that first orgasm. Then go to the next. Go higher, higher, higher. Okay. Okay. So all right. How do you feel about hypnotherapy to reprogram your subconscious mind? Kai, very, very powerful question. Hypnotherapy is very powerful. Do it every morning. Do it every night before you go to sleep. Because what it's doing, you're quieting the conscious mind. Remember, the conscious mind, the ego is the male, right? It's the male energy. It always wants to protect something. So the conscious mind is protecting your subconscious mind from just taking in anything. So your conscious mind literally is important because we're watching TV, we're listening to radio, we're reading certain materials, and a lot of this stuff is negative crap. So your conscious mind blocks it out. So when you actively want to put something in your subconscious mind, you want to subside the conscious mind by meditation, and hypnotherapy helps you out with that. Okay. Um, Wakel, you're saying I do no fat, no fat. That's yeah. You can do that if you desire. Um, T Hudson, you're asking how much do you charge? $80 for astrology readings, and that's cheap. Way too much. Yeah, okay. Get an astrology reading from somebody else. They're charging you about $500. Okay, they're charging you about $500. I've seen even more than that. $600 for an astrology reading. Why? Because it's so much work. And the astrology reading can really change your reality. Okay. There's a whole reason, this whole existence, guys. I gotta break this down to you guys. This whole existence is based on astrology. Every story, mythology, everything, even our religions, even our governments, everything is based on astrology. This is why they put so much emphasis on astrology in uh they what was I saying? They um they put so much emphasis on your astrology chart. Okay. Kai, yeah, I know. I was just it was just funny anyway. No harm done. It was just funny anyway. But like I said, so I charge $80, 80 US dollars. Of course, if you're not in this country, um, I do my payments through PayPal, so you can pay through any currency as well. So if I've had a couple people ask me that in the email saying they're not from this country, uh, and they don't charge, it's US dollars, but the PayPal converts any currency to US dollars for you. Okay. So you could still get a reading with me even if you live outside the US. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. Someone an occult practitioner once told me I want $500. I can help you manage your fears. Choose your name on YouTube. Is Mind and Magic. Yes, I know Mind and Magic. Mind of Magic is very powerful person. Again, these services cost a lot, guys. I'm trying to serve you guys by making it way cheaper for you. And some people were saying that, $80 is too much. Well, remember, if $80 is too much for you, then that means you have to get your manifestation abilities up again. All right. Um, I check one of my last live streams where I tell you how to, the morning routine. This wasn't a live stream, it was a video. Go to my morning routine for success so you can manifest more money. Yes, Freighter X is very powerful. Yes, this stuff costs a lot of money. $500. Okay, $500 he charges, and ask for an astrology reading from him, and guess how much he's going to charge you. Okay, I'm charging you $80, guys. I'm doing it for you. Okay. So so again, like I said, if you're having money problems, that's totally fine. You got to go to some of my older videos and learn how to manifest more. Remember, your money's connected to your energy. Your money's connected to how much you affect people in this world. Okay. The more you affect, the more you service people, the more money you're going to make. So if you're having a problem with money, that means you're not servicing enough people. This is why I say it's important to have multiple streams of income. But yes, my Freighter X of Mind and Magic, he's a very powerful guy. He's actually a good friend of mine. Okay, I'm connected with a lot of these occult practitioners and spirituality people on YouTube as well. We talk, so I know how much they're charging, and they laugh at me when I tell them how much I'm charging. They're saying, "Oh, $80," or it used to be $120, but then I started working with people. I said $80. I'm keeping it on sale. It's going to go back to $120 soon, but $80 for right now for like the next week or two. So if you guys want that price, hit me up now. Um, you're asking, okay. Okay. One Indian few years ago took a lot of money from me and didn't help me. His power is still around me, bothering me all the time. Yes, I mean, sometimes you will run into the frauds, and I'm sorry that, remember, there's good and bad people everywhere. Sometimes you will run into a fraud. I'm sorry you had to go through that. But just keep pushing through, gain your confidence back. Okay, you're asking, what if I want to pay $40 one week and 40 the next, or an arranged payment? Yes, that will work. That would totally work. I work with people, you guys. I always am willing to work with you. Okay. So if you honestly hit me up and you say, look, I really need this reading and I can't pay the money or something, I will work something out with you guys. I'm doing this for you guys. Okay. The reason why I have sessions on how to learn how to make money from home, I have businesses set up already online where I teach people how to set up these business, automated. This stuff is just for fun. This is just a service. It makes me feel good when I help somebody. It makes me feel better, you know? And I want to raise consciousness up. This is the only reason why I'm doing readings. I don't need to do it for the money. Okay. Because I have a bunch of online businesses that are automated. Again, that's why I teach people how to set that up as well. Automated businesses online is the best way to go. I haven't had an actual 9 to 5 job in 10 years, or almost 10 years, somewhere around there. Okay, it's all been online businesses. This is the perfect time to start your own business, guys. This is the perfect time to start your own business. You don't have to work a job anymore. That's a lie. You don't even have to go to school anymore. Though I'm not going to say, I'm just saying, putting it out there because I am currently in school as well for music. Remember, if you want to go to school, do something you love to do. Don't do something because of the money, though, because you don't need that. You can make tons and tons of money online. All right. Okay. Yeah, Kai. Yes. Like I said, Kai, go back to check out my video on I believe it's called Morning Routine for Sex. I mean sex. Morning Routine for Success and Spiritual Awakening, because I give you a good thing to do in the morning. That's writing out your goals and going over your goals every morning. Okay? So that's very important. A lot of people don't have a lot of income is because they don't have any goals. If you have no goals written down, Napoleon Hill said this, right? I told you Napoleon Hill is one of my favorite authors. Napoleon Hill said this. He said, if you don't have no goals written down, he can already tell that you're poor. Okay. Wealthy people have goals. Okay. Remember what I was saying about Jupiter, your higher self? When you connect with your higher self, you'll know what you're doing. You know your purpose. You know exactly what you have to do when you wake up in the morning. You have a game plan. When you don't know what you have, where are you going to put your energy? You have nowhere to focus your energy. So your energy is just floating around. That means your income is just going to be floating around. And you're going to have to, if you don't have any goals, you're going to be working for somebody who does have goals. Okay. If you don't, I'm going to say that again for you guys. If you have no goals, you're going to work for somebody who does have goals. That's the reality of this. That's the truth. So write down your goals, read your goals every single morning and every night. Write them down in a way that you already have them. If you want 500 extra dollars a week, say, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful that I have 500, that I'm making 500 extra dollars a week. Feel it every morning and every night before you go to sleep. Write your goals down. What do you want? Kai, you're saying you want to sell your art. You got high frequency art. I applaud you. Sell that art. Okay. Study internet marketing. Market yourself online. All right. I love the artist. So that's very powerful. I applaud you for having that gift. Promote that gift to the world. Okay? Promote that gift to the world. So again, like I said about the goals, write your goals down, guys. Okay, Raquel. Thank you, Wakel. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, T. Hudson. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you to everybody that's watching me taking their time out for me today. Okay. Um, Wakel, you're saying, bro, I have big money problems. I don't have any education. My family is in Afghanistan. I need to send them money. Do you think you can help me take some hours appointment with you? Help me with making money? Yes, I do a session. I have a consultation on how to make money from home. Okay, Wakel. And it doesn't matter where you live because, like I said, I do my payments through PayPal. So PayPal converts any currency to US dollars for you. So it doesn't matter if you live in, another country or not. But yes, I do have a session on where I teach you how to make money from home. I'm going to teach you how to do exactly what I'm doing. I have multiple internet businesses online that I barely even touch. I make the money while I sleep. This is how I have time to just go to school for music and to hop on, to do occult healing. Like I said, I do this just for the love of it. You know, I do these videos and I help people on consultations just for the love of it. But I also love to do music. So I'm doing the things that I love to do. But I had those things set up, those internet businesses set up and automated where the money's just coming in. All right, where I'm doing probably a minimum of maybe a couple hours a week to working on these businesses. Okay. I have about 6, 7 businesses, online businesses. And then that's not even including some of the little side hustle things that I get into, businesses. All right. Helping people sell services, all this stuff. I go into all of it on how to do it um, with my consultation on how to make money from home. So, Wakel, to answer your question, email me at occulthealing22@gmail.com. The email is in the description of this video, and we can set up this session where I'll teach you. I'll break it all down. It's going to be about 2 hours. Okay. I'm going to be about two hours, 2.5 hours, where I'm going to tell you everything that I do to make money from home that you can do. If you're serious, this is not just about making a little money from home either. I teach people how to set up their finances. Okay. I teach people how to organize their finances. So essentially it's a session to teach you how to be wealthy with this stuff. Okay. So Wakel, email me and we'll get this set up. Kai, yes, I'm well, sort of. I'm more of a producer. I go to school for audio and music production. So and before I was really just a songwriter. I did my own songs here and there, but I like to play the behind the scenes more so. I do some songwriting for artists. I do production, music production, making the beats for them. I also do the recording when I can, and the audio engineering part, which is the mixing and mastering. All right. So I do all that to do. Okay. So I'm doing that. That's what I love to do. And then I'm doing this. What I love to do as well is I like to get on here and talk about, you know, spiritual topics, man. I love spiritual topics. I could talk about this all day if I had the time. Okay. I could talk about this all day. It's what I love to do. That's why my energy is high. That's why I'm energetic. That's why I feel powerful. I feel confident because I'm on my purpose. I want you guys to get on your purpose. Okay. This is how you'll feel when you're on your purpose. When you step in the building, you'll just shine your light on people and people want to talk to you. People want to be around your energy. This is why I said you are responsible for who you attract in your reality. So if you're attracting a whole bunch of negative, fatigued people, know that's coming from you. Because if you really are on your purpose, you really are shining, you're really healthy, you're really fit, your body is fit, your mind is fit, your mind is activated, you're activated spiritually, you're going to go out into this reality and you're going to attract high vibrational people. You're going to find true love. You're going to find true friendships. You're going to find the things that you love to do in this world. You're going to have fun. I want you to have fun. That's what it means to be high vibrational. It means you're happy, healthy, happy. Said happy twice. Smile more. All right. Smile and have fun, guys. That's what it's about. Um, God, that's still art if you write and produce music. Yes. Yeah, yeah, it is. You know, I love to do that, okay? I love to do that. So again, like I said, how to tap into your higher self. I gave you that meditation, guys, and I also told you how to research this. Your Jupiter, your Jupiter, um, and your North Node, okay? What sign is your Jupiter in? Okay, learn the sign, learn the characteristic of that sign. Most people only know their sun sign, the characteristics of their sun sign. Remember, you have every single sign within you. So if you consider yourself a Pisces, you're not just a Pisces. You're everything. You're a Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Taurus, all of it's in your chart. Aquarius, you have everything. Okay? Kai, I'm the Virgo. Yeah, my sun sign is Virgo, the humble Virgo. But sometimes I let that fire out. Okay. Remember, we have every single sign within us. So sometimes I'm gonna let that Leo out. I have Leo South Node. Okay. I have a Leo South Node. And also my Venus and Pluto is in the house, the original house of Leo. My Venus and Pluto is in the fifth house. Okay. Um Wakel, you said my North Node is in Pisces in the gross third house. uh my North my South Node is in the third house. So but yeah, your North Node is in Pisces, man. That means you're here to let go. You gotta learn how to let go, man. You gotta learn how to let go. You gotta learn how to be free. That's what your North Node is telling you. Okay. Your North Node is telling you, um, uh, you were too strict, you were too controlled, you had too many shackles on you. You know, that's that Virgo energy. Because if your North Node is in Pisces, that means your South Node is in Virgo. And if your North Node is in the third house, that means your South Node is in the ninth house. Okay, you're here to learn. Okay, Kai, peace. Peace to all of you. Okay. Wakel, my moon is in Cancer. I have a Cancer moon. My moon is in Cancer and my Jupiter is in Cancer, and both of those planets are in my first house. Okay. And my first house is ruled by Cancer. Look, take a look at this. My first house is ruled by Cancer. My ascendant is in Cancer. Jupiter is in Cancer, and my moon is in Cancer, and it's in the first house. Okay. Kai, you're asking what are all these nodes? The north and south node are responsible for your past lives and your destiny. Okay. Past lives and your destiny. The south node represents your past lives, what you're comfortable with, um, uh, the things you've mastered in life. Okay. The north node is what you need to master in this life now. Okay, which you oh yeah, the south node. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. South node is what you mastered in past lives. The north node is what you need to master now in this life, and maybe a few others in the future. Okay, so you look at your north node to tell you what are the skill sets you need to master. What is the message you need to learn? Okay, so I just wanted you guys to learn about the higher self and how to really tap into it because it is very powerful for you guys to tap into that higher self. That's what it truly means. Again, like I'll say, it's that particular point of consciousness in the universal consciousness where we're all connected to. We all have this string that's connected to the universal consciousness. Now, that particular part of the big consciousness, what characteristics is this representing for you? That's what your higher self is. Okay, we're all here for a certain path. We all signed a contract with Saturn. We all told Saturn we was going to do something when we sold our souls. That's what happened when we came to this planet. I want to say it again. You sold your soul to come to this planet. Okay, that's why your soul is confined to flesh. All right, because this is a learning process here. This is why it takes pain. Okay, so okay, thank you. How do you find that out? Kai, you find that out by getting an astrology reading. Okay, or like I said, I gave you guys the book to do your own research. I told you about Santos Bonacci, learning from Santos Bonacci and reading that book. And also look at all the references from Santos Bonacci. So you got three different things that I gave you that you can learn astrology. You can get an astrology reading with me. So, because that's how I learned first. I got astrology readings from astrologers because it's like I said, the best way to learn to play basketball, right, is to play basketball. Is to actually do it. So the best way to learn astrology is to actually get an astrology reading. All right, but then you want to do your own research. That book that I gave you guys, I put that link in the description. I put that link in the chat. Okay, later on, I'll probably put it in the description. And then I also gave you the name of the dude that you should learn from. Watch his lectures, Santos Bonacci. Watch his lectures. Read his references. He's going to reference a whole lot of books all the time. You know, he gives old philosophers, old poets, old secret society people, all, you know, that's where you want to get your information from. You don't want to just go on Google and learn from blogs. That's not an adequate source of information. Okay. So does that have anything to do with the tree of life? Does what have anything to do with the tree of life, Kai? I'm sorry. Well, does what have to do with the tree of life? Can you please reiterate that for me? All right. Check which house is in your chart. Okay. Okay, Kai, does being born on Saturday have any play in selling our souls to Papa? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But were you I'm guessing you were born on Saturday, huh? I don't know who Papa is unless that's something for something else. But uh we already sold our souls when we came to this planet. Remember I told you, you signed a contract with Saturn. Okay? You signed a contract with Saturn already. So when people say, "Oh, he sold his soul to the Illuminati," it's bullcrap. They don't even know what the term. They don't even know what it means. All right. So remember, like I said, the masses. So the masses are all on that Illuminati stuff. Remember, I told you. I tell you all the time. Do not follow the masses, guys. When you see big, large amounts of people saying something, doing something, you know what you have to do. You have to walk in the middle. They're going to go from one extreme to the next all the time. Your job as somebody who's coming higher in consciousness is to walk in the middle and be unscathed by these extremes. Okay? By these extremes. Got to walk into the middle. Like I said, you, you already sold your soul. You can find your soul to flesh. That's what it means. Because if you didn't come to this physical reality, your soul will be in the infinite. Okay, so you sold your soul, your particular portion of that consciousness to flesh to come here. Saturn rules here. It's in you're in the hands of so-called Satan, so-called Saturn. This is why all those conspiracy theorists, they're saying they're running around with their heads cut off, saying, "Oh my God, we worship Saturn. We all sold our souls to Saturn." It is what it is, man. All right. Are you gonna let that stop you from enjoying your life, experiencing true love? Because there is a benefit of being here in this physical realm. You can experience this true love. You can experience true fun. You can experience true stimulation between the four worlds. Okay. So I always tell people you gotta have fun. That's what it means. Oh, okay. Sorry, Kai. You're saying the nodes. Do they have anything to do with the tree of life? Not necessarily. Your ancestors, your ancestral line is the tree of life. I said that in my last video, on my last live stream. Why do you think they paint the ancestry line as a tree, the ancestral tree? That's your tree of life. Okay, your ancestors, are in your DNA. So when the so-called DNA activation is activating your connection with your ancestors with inside your DNA, you gain their consciousness, you gain their memories, you gain their skill sets, you gain their willpower. I was born on Saturday, so I was wondering if I have like a spiritual contract with that energy. By the way, I don't fear. I just want to know what to do with it. We all have a contract with Saturn, all of us. Okay. And I said how you can find out what your contract is looking at your Jupiter. You can look at your Saturn too, but your Jupiter shows you your higher self. What is your higher self? What is the characteristics of your higher self? And where is it focused at in the houses? Okay. But yeah, you have a contract with that. It doesn't matter if you could have been born on a Tuesday, you still have a contract with Saturn. Okay. When you're born on Saturday, that means your life is just going to be centered around work. Your life is going to be centered around building your willpower, building your structure, building your discipline. Okay. Building your discipline. All right. So when you're born on Saturn, Saturn's all about discipline, all about going the long way, thinking long term. So Kai, that's how you want to think. You want to think long term. You want to build discipline. Your daily routines. Look at my video, uh, morning routines for sex. Why do I keep saying sex, guys? Success and spiritual awakening. Watch that video. Build a morning routine, Kai, because then you'll have Saturn on your side. All right. And of course, like I said, figure out what your Saturn's in. Like I said, you can always get a reading with me. Again, I'm always willing to work with people when it comes to the money. So don't be fearful. Okay. So I'm going to give a couple more minutes. I'm going to answer a couple more questions for you guys. Then I have some things to do. Okay. So please expand and give some useful exercise to build chi. God bless you all. Thank you. Very, very important question. Excuse me, guys. So there's many, many ways you can do this. Okay. I have a whole video on that actually. Let me go find that video. Because I'll just put that link in the chat. Okay. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can find this video real fast. I have a whole video dedicated to how to build a chi. All right, because I don't want to take too much time going in through all of that when I have a whole video dedicated to it. But thank you for that question. That was a very powerful question. Okay, let's see where this video is at. If I can find it. Thank you for your patience, guys. Okay, where's this video at? Okay. All right, hold on one second. I'm gonna post the link to this video in the chat, okay? Okay, so yeah, I'm in Seoul. I'm gonna post this link for you in the chat. It's a video, it's my video on exactly how to exercise your chi and increase your chi energy, okay? So it's right there for you. Okay, guys. Now, does anybody have any other questions before I go? Okay. If you guys need me to post that link to the book again for all my people that are new, and also Santos Bonacci's name. Again, you research, listen to Santos Bonacci's lectures. This is how he'll teach you how to learn astrology. Also, that astrology book that I referenced. If you need me to put any of those in the chat again, I'll do it. And then also, like I said, the best way to learn as well is to get an astrology reading. All right. So if that's everything, Wakel, how do you develop patience? Sim, the whole live stream was dedicated to how to learn how to connect to your higher self. So after this, just replay the video. Okay, it's going to be on replay. As soon as I'm done the live stream, refresh your page or whatever. Um, Refresh your page or whatever, and you'll be able to watch. You'll be able to watch from the beginning. Okay, because I went into the whole thing, even though of course I went off topics because I'm reading, I'm asking, I'm answering questions, but the whole live stream was dedicated to how to connect to your higher self. Okay. Um. So Wakel, you're asking how to develop patience. You got it. That's a very hard. That's a very hard question to ask. Okay, because patience is such a broad thing. All right. I mean, you might have to just practice it. Try to calm your mind. Try to calm yourself. Okay. It's all about calming yourself. While Kelly said, I want to learn it as part of my destiny. I hate it. Hey, man. I wish life was easy too, man. But yeah, I might make a video on that. That'll take a real long time. Sorry, Wakel. That'll take a long, long time. That'll be a whole nother session to ask that question. Okay. Um, but yes. Yeah. So if you got, yeah. What I'll do is I'll do a session. I'll do a video or either a live stream on how to develop patience. Like I said, because that's a long talk. There's many different techniques again, but meditation really helps. Of course, practicing meditation because you're calming the conscious mind. All right. The reason why you're impatient is because you're jittery. Okay, you're jittery. So uh practice meditation. That'll help you develop patience. But I'll do a whole video on that for you. Okay. All right. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kai. Thank you, T. Hudson. Thank you, Wakel. I think I'm saying your name right. Hopefully I am. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody. I'm going up. Just trying to see. I'm in Soul. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mark. Kai, you was really participating in this live stream. I appreciate you. Okay, I appreciate all of you. Keep keep your vibrations high, you guys. Keep your vibrations high. Keep positive. Like I said, go to my older videos, learn those techniques that I gave you. Okay, write your goals down go over your goals every morning and every night. Okay. Thank you so much for participating and taking the time out of the day. Like I said, all you guys that want those readings, go to the video healing22@gmail.com. Astrology readings, tarot card readings, detox sessions, spiritual guidance, and also sessions on how to make money from home. Okay. I'll leave you in one love. I'll leave you in namaste. I'll leave you in hotep. I'll leave you in ashe. I'm proud of you guys. I love you guys. I love you all. Marvin the Magi, thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I will be with you next time. Have a great day. Have a great night.